do you turn this thing on? Is it on? Huh. What's up? This is my intro to YouTube. I've never made a video for YouTube, like, legitimately in my life, so bear with me, but how do you make your dreams come true? I'm going to tell you. So recently, most of you, if you're here, you're probably coming from TikTok. That's where the majority of my audience is. And I just hit 500K, which is insane. Never thought that would happen, but so I wanted to take some time to explain in depth one of the videos that I created. So one of my recent videos went viral, like almost 7 million people viewed it, I think, but it was this one.
So my professor basically gave us a cheat code to life, and she was saying all of the most successful people use the same strategy to basically make all their dreams come true. So basically, you are 42% more likely to achieve any lofty goal if you put it down on paper. But the thing is, you have to rephrase it to be in the present tense and add a timeline. So I put this on paper, and then like a month later, and now I have almost 500,000 followers. So I went and wrote down every single one of my absolutely craziest dreams on this board. And every time one gets finished, I have to move it to the other side. So every time one of my dreams comes true, I'm going to duet this just to show you guys that this legit works.
But basically the video explained my 2020 vision board, which is a board that I made listing all of my goals. It's not necessarily manifestation, and a lot of people got that confused, so I want to cover that in this video as well. But I want to basically walk you through what the board is, how it works, and why it will make you accomplish all of those dreams and goals that you put on it, and the science behind it. So let's get into that. So the board itself physically looks like this. It's separated into two parts. You have my yet to be accomplished goals and then my already accomplished goals. Like I said, there's 3 different categories. Those are gonna be right here. This is my original like goal statements sheet, whatever. And then all of it is separated into 2 sides, the yet to be accomplished and the already accomplished. So when I originally did this, I did it in class, and I learned this from one of my professors in that leadership development course. So she had us all take a sticky note and kind of do that very first initial brainstorming phase. But because that had such an initial impact on me, I wanted to use that little original board to be my inspiration for this board. So in the middle, you'll kind of see that original sticky note on the board. That's not something you need to do. It's just because this was my inspiration for this entire project, the video, the content, everything. And so it inspired me, and I wanted it to be a part of the board. So you're gonna see that on the left side of the board, there's like all these sticky notes, and on the right, there's like a couple sticky notes, but not a lot. The entire concept is this. As soon as you write down physically your goals on a piece of paper, you are 43% more likely to achieve those goals. Insane. So I goal set in 3 steps. Step number 1. Take 5-10 minutes, brainstorm, and write out all of your crazy goals on a piece of paper. So for the first step, you're going to be kind of brainstorming, writing all of your craziest goals down. Even just writing those on paper makes you that 43% more likely to achieve them, so you want to kind of write down everything. Step 2, kind of choose and narrow down the most important 5 to 10 goals that you really want to accomplish. And these are goals that you're going to want to set for the next 2 to 5 years. So rather short term in the grand scheme of things, but for this, these are going to be your long-term goals. And feel free to put any short-term goals that you want to accomplish in the meantime on there as well. You're going to kind of narrow down those goals. Pick out the ones that are the most important to you. Those are the goals that you really want to focus on. After you make that narrowed down list of those goals, what you're gonna do is rewrite them. When you first write them down, it probably looks like, I want to positively influence 10,000 people on one of my social media platforms. That's basically written in that future tense. Oh my gosh, a cute dog. Sorry, I was outside my window. But that's basically written in a future tense of, I want to accomplish this. But what you're going to do is write it in the present tense of, I am so grateful, out of gratitude, I am so grateful that I can positively influence 10,000 people on one of my social media platforms. You write it in the present tense because you're getting yourself in the mindset of, this is what I deserve. This is going to be my reality at some point. So basically you're just changing the wording a little, but the important thing is you're adding a timeline because it honestly just sets an accountability for you that this is when I want to accomplish that goal by. And then it kind of sets that in your head as like, okay, at this age, I'm gonna be living like this type of lifestyle. And the reason that's effective is because you accept the type of lifestyle that you think you deserve. Kind of like, I don't know, some author, I don't remember who they are, but they were like, you accept the love that you think you deserve. You also accept the lifestyle that you think you deserve. And the reason that some people live different lifestyles is because they work accordingly to get what they feel that they deserve. That's why you have people that have this lifestyle in mind, and you're gonna work towards that lifestyle to get the things that you want ultimately. And if you're fine with living in a 1-story, 2-bedroom house for the rest of your life with one person and you're happy working at a desk job, that's awesome. But that's what you're gonna work for. If you're not happy with that and you wanna live in a mansion to the extreme and you want to be the CEO of your own company that has an entire chain link of businesses, you're going to work until you get that, and you're not going to settle until you get what you feel you deserve, because in your mind you're not done yet. When you put these goals on paper, that's what you're going to be willing to work towards, because that's what you have already written out that you feel that you deserve, and that is your goal. Step number 3 is going to be putting those goals up somewhere that you can see them literally every single day, multiple times a day, which is the whole reason why I put mine on a huge poster board. It's really important that you put these goals in a place where you're going to see them every single day. I put mine near my door so that way before I even get to go in the bathroom in the morning, those goals are in my head. I see the board. They are in my mind consciously. And I do that on purpose, because when you read those goals to yourself in the morning and at night, it just makes it a bigger part of your reality. Those goals become normal in your head. They become your thoughts, and your thoughts become your words become your actions, and you are all of a sudden acting towards those goals, whether it's completely subconscious or not. You are one step closer to achieving those goals because you're putting them in your mind. As soon as you wake up, before you go to sleep, whenever you pass that in your room, you're consciously looking at those goals, the things that you want to accomplish all the time. And so they're your thoughts. And then those thoughts become your words. You start to talk about them. And then those words become your actions because you just put it on paper for yourself to think about and consciously notice all the time. And that's why it's so important that you put them up somewhere where you see them. Whether this is a board, whether it's a sticky note that you just see in your bathroom every day, whether it's one goal, whether it's 10, 20, 50, whatever it is, the more you visually see these goals and visualize that future, the more likely you are to make yourself work towards it. So let's get into some of the questions that you guys had. One of the very common questions is, how did you physically set up your board? So the way I set it up, I'll put the picture here again, but the way that I set it up, I put my yet to be accomplished goals on the side, the left side, and then I put my accomplished goals on the right side. They are on sticky notes, so that way they are movable. So when I accomplish goals on the left side, I physically pick them up and put them on the accomplished side. Incredibly satisfying, by the way. So you're gonna see on my board, there's a little section which breaks it down into long-term goals, short-term goals, and rewards. It's important to have it separated into long and short term only because it helps you kind of compartmentalize that in your brain. But if you just want to do long term, if you just want to do short term, that's perfectly fine. That's just how I organize it. And you can do it truthfully however you want. But here's one of the big keys. It's extremely important that each goal is accompanied with a reward. And here's why. Although it's rewarding enough in itself, when you move that goal that is yet to be accomplished to that accomplished side, and it's incredibly satisfying to see it moved over, here's the best part of this whole thing. When you pick up that sticky note, there's gonna be a little blue sticky note under it, which is under the reward category. So today, I passed 500,000 followers. I put it on there and I worked for it, and I finally got to that point where I had reached that goal. But now, because that time has come, I pick up that sticky note, I move it over to the other side, but under the sticky note, you're gonna see a blue piece of paper which says the reward. So under that, I believe it says buy a decorated cake for 500,000 followers. So today, I'm gonna go to Publix, my local supermarket, and I'm going to buy a cake for myself, and I'm gonna have a little celebration with my family because they have been supporting me to get to this point. And although it's something very small, even if it's just a little tiramisu cake, who cares? You are associating that you have accomplished the goal that you set out to accomplish in your brain, and you are giving yourself the reward for accomplishing that goal. Because at the end of the day, that is an accomplishment. Whatever it is, whether it's you bought a new car, I finally made 3 solid friends, I finished every homework assignment that was on my list for short-term goals, or I finished the last 3 college courses that I needed to get my associate's degree or my bachelor's degree. Whatever your goal is, it literally doesn't matter. If you associate that reward with it, it sends a spark off in your brain that you are accomplishing something. And that's just a nice way to make sure that you are also not getting burnt out, because accomplishing your goals takes work and you need something to work towards. So it's really important that you set that reward up, that little spark in your brain, so you see that you are actually accomplishing something, because along with how satisfying moving that physical sticky note is, it's incredibly satisfying to be rewarded. The next very popular question. So one of the biggest misconceptions with this video, and if you look through the comment section, you will see it immediately. A lot of people were saying right off the bat, this is law of attraction, this is manifestation, this is not goal setting. Here's the difference. Basically, law of attraction is that your positive thoughts control your positive reality, and that the universe, because you're thinking all these positive thoughts, is going to deliver this positive result. When you are physically goal setting, you are writing down a list of things that are going to be in your control. My account got to 500,000 followers because I was fully in control. I made conscious decisions. I put out content for the right followers. I did everything on the list that I needed to do in order to attract those 500,000 followers, because I put the work in. I did the analytical research. I put out the right content. I studied who my target audience was. I delivered the content that would draw those followers in. I did the work to get there, not because the universe delivered 500,000 people to my account. Goal setting differs because you are writing things that are completely in your control, things that you can physically go and do the work to make those things happen. Law of attraction is more of a new age principle of thinking, where the way that you think will cause the universe to deliver those results to you and attract those things together. Goal setting is different because you are not waiting on any force to attract them together. You are going out and doing the things that you want to do. You are going out and making those goals a reality because you are putting in the work, but you are consciously looking at it and thinking about it every single day and consciously trying to achieve those goals. But that goal setting board serves as your accountability partner almost, but it is on the wall. In a place where you're going to physically be staring at your goals straight on every single day before you leave your room. But those goals, again, are not being delivered to you. They are things that are consciously, physically in your control, and you are determining your actions based off of whether or not they align with those goals that you have written down. And because you have them written down, you are already 43% more likely to achieve those goals. But when you get into that new age law of attraction manifestation, you are basically saying that because you're writing this thing so many times, or because you're writing it in a certain way, it's going to be magnetically brought to you. It's going to be attracted to you, hence law of attraction. But this is different because it's not being attracted to you because you wrote it down. This is your goal. These are things that are in your control, and you are physically acting on the decision that you made to write those down to make that your reality. You are the one that is connecting that reality with your future. And I guarantee there's going to be people very controversially arguing about this, but this is what I believe. This is the way I teach it. I don't teach manifestation, law of attraction. What I teach is purely goal setting and accountability to make those goals a reality, not under the control of the magnetism of the universe or the law of attraction. But I would like to preface by saying that I'm sure there is truth in the law of attraction, and in the reason that people manifest is because they know what they're doing and they're trying to channel something. But that is not the way I teach. That's not what I believe in. I believe in relying on your word. But as I am a religious person, I also believe that you can kind of align your goals with your faith, as goals and faith should be aligned, because it is all in one, faith and goal setting. But if you believe differently, that's fine. You're still welcome here. And at the end of the day, guys, I just want you to take what I have to say, find a way that you can take the context of it, apply it to your own life, whether or not you agree with what I believe. And different opinions are welcome here. I love to hear other opinions. I love to hear what it is that you guys think or believe. And if you believe that something I say is wrong, that's great. You don't have to agree with me. But I'm only here to share the way that I believe things to be true and the way that I've learned them. And I would also like to preface that I learned this in Bible school. Oh my God. Oh, no. I just looked at my video. Jason Derulo's wife or girlfriend, whatever she is, commented on that video. Jason Derulo's wife, girl, whatever, commented on my video. That's so cool. So I liked that somebody commented on this. They said, This is how you actually utilize your efforts. The law of attraction isn't real. Effort is. Although I know that there's people that believe in the law of attraction, they probably believe in it for a reason, but I like how he said effort is what's real. Because at the end of the day, this is based off of the effort that you put forth. You are the one that curates your dreams and makes them into a reality. But basically, it's not rocket science. You set your goals. You create your own reality by how hard you work towards the goals that you set. But it's psychology, it's neuroscience, and it's effort. It's how hard you work towards what you want. That's all I had to say, guys. Let me know what questions you have. I would love to walk you through this. This does work. It's all based off of the effort that you are willing to put in towards the future that you feel you deserve. Comment any questions, guys, and while you're here, go check out my Instagram and TikTok. My socials are going to give you a lot more information on this. But thank you guys for coming to watch. I hope this gives you a ton of clarification, and feel free to message me with any further questions. Peace out!